Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and watch this video because today, my friends, I offer you another session of WIPn It with Juan. So if you're familiar with what WIPn It with Juan is, then need I not say another word. However, if you're new here, if you're just happening upon my channel for the very first time, a huge hi, hello, and welcome to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for checking me out. I hope you enjoy your stay for the time that you are here. So WIPn It with Juan is me just pulling out one of my whips, working on it while I talk to you guys about all the things. Just whatever comes to my mind is exactly what I'm going to talk about. And I enjoy every single second of it. So I have a couple of whips here that I'm trying to decide what to work on next, So full disclosure, yesterday I tried recording a Whip It with Juan session, and for some reason the software that I was using was not saving the video. I did two 50-minute sessions of Whipping It with Juans to only find out that none of it saved. So yeah, I just decided, let me just go to the good old trusty iPhone video and cross my fingers and hope that everything works out for the best. So yes, iPhone video. So as a result of yesterday's debacle, I was actually able to finish my quarter panel. So let me show you what this looks like completed. So here we go. This is the finished product from yesterday. Now, I believe during my pop-up live yesterday, I think I was like right about here. And then the two sessions that I tried doing after the live, I wound up completing this. Now, I was a little concerned with how much yellow I had here in the corner, but then I looked at the other corner and I have a whole bunch of purple here. So I don't feel so bad. And again, it's no rhyme, no reason, So there's that. Quarter panel 1 completed. All right. So I started quarter panel 2 this morning. So I got to work a little early, sat in the car, and I said, you know what, let me start this. So I brought my hook. Well, I put my hook, another cake, into one of my little bags here. This is a Hobie bag here that I got from a good friend, Deanna. So I put cake, hook, and the beginning of a project in the bag. And so for the short time that I was in the car, here we go. So here's the cake. Here's what I have so far. So I may work on this. Now, I abandoned this cake because there was so much yellow on it yesterday. I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to come back to this anyway. Let me start a new cake. And so, yeah, that's here. Now, I may just jump onto that, but there's this other whip that I usually work on while I'm in the car at work. So let me just go ahead and show you guys that. So, all right, let me pull the hook out and the yarn. Okay, so this is a project that I keep in the car, and I usually work on this, whenever I have a free moment. So this obviously is a scarf, a triangle scarf. But if you can see, I don't know if okay, here we go. So it's got a little bit of like a windows/fillet situation happening here. So I'm doing one row of windows here, and then 2 rows of windows, and then 1 row, and then 2 rows, and I'm alternating all the way down until I get to 119 stitches across. And then what I'm going to do then is go across the bottom with some sort of pattern or design. Now, originally I thought of the fleur-de-lis, just doing a whole plethora of those going all the way down, but then I realized that there are already projects out there that have that on there, so I'm not going to do that. So I have to think of something else to design, across the bottom of the project here. So this is what I have so far. All right, and the yarn that I'm using is K&C Knit and Crochet, 100% cotton. I got this at Joann's. The colorway is ground, and the specs on this are 180 yards, 3.5 ounces, 165 meters at 100 grams. I love it. It's great. There is one fallback though. So as I was working it, I realized that the dark blue transfers. Like, it's not 100% on the actual yarn. So I can't really show you on my hands what it looks like, but I can show you on my hook. You can see that dark blue down here. That's from the yarn. So just imagine that all over my hands. So that's the fallback of working with this. So the other thing that concerns me is when I go to wash it. I'm going to wash it by itself, but how much of this dark blue that you're seeing here, and maybe, no, not down there, but yeah, the dark blue that you see here as well, how much of that is going to stay on the project? Because honestly, that's one of the reasons why I got the yarn. Like, I just love how dark that blue is and just how earthy this looks overall, you know? So I'm just worried about, you know, it all fading. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is put this on the table and work my quarter panel. So that's what we're going to work on today. So let me just grab this, and I think okay, so I'm about to change colors. So that's good for us, right? So anyway, lots of things have been going on, you know, full of action around here. So yesterday was April the 10th, 2024. I come home from work with all of this energy. Like, I want to do all the things. I want to do multiple videos. I want to open up all this happy mail. I just want to do all the things, is my point. Well, I just couldn't decide. I could not decide. Do we do a happy mail video? Do we do a Whip It with Juan? You know, I couldn't decide. So I went ahead and just did a pop-up live. Now, every time I do that, I never expect people to show up, because you don't know who is all out on the YouTube streets, you know? I ask myself, you know, did I come on the right time? You know, do people just want to see me? Do they want to say hi? You know, all the thoughts. So anyway, I get on and the people come. Like, they just come. And I'm like, this is so cool. I'm so happy that people are showing up. Because you always worry, like, at least I do. Like, you know, am I worth a watch? Like, people, you know, are they interested? So that's always going on in the back of my mind. Let me move this cake down here. Okay. So, yeah, I'm a typical Leo. We constantly need reassurance. I just wish that I could shake that, but I can't. It's part of my DNA. It's part of how I'm made up. You know, I'm a typical Leo through and through, you know. So anyway, I had a really great time on the live, just hanging out, saying hi to everyone. And so that was a lot of fun. I was excited that everyone was excited, if that makes any sense. I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys are so happy to see me. I'm happy to see you. So, yeah. And it goes to show that, like, I can come on a live and it not have to be just about, like, giveaways or things like that, you know? I love giving things away, but I also like to genuinely come on and just say hi to everybody, you know? It should never have to be, you know, tagged with a giveaway or anything. So, you know, and besides, I do give away privately. And when I do give away, I include a note that says, please do not tell anyone that I gave this to you. And yeah, so far so good. I really, really appreciate that. Because I'm the type of guy that I don't need that recognition. I don't need people announcing that I gave them something. Now, if they choose to go ahead and show it off anyway, by all means, go ahead. It's your gift. Show it off if you want. But, you know, If you don't want to show it, you don't have to show it. And quite frankly, I give away to people because I want to give it to them, you know. It's not with that ulterior motive of like getting my name out there. It's never that. So anyway, speaking of which, I have a few boxes here that I need to ship out to people. They don't know they're getting it. They have no idea I'm about to send them Happy Mail. So that's exciting. And yeah, I'm curious to know what they'll think. Now in this one box, right, I put a make in the box. So one of the scarves that I showcased on my channel, the ribbed ombre scarf, I made 2 of those. And so I said to myself, one of these days, I'm just going to surprise someone that I think, you know, is such a genuinely nice person. They support me, the channel, my mother. They happen to have their Happy Mail address on their channel. They're not a content creator, but, you know, we all have accounts, right? So whether you are a content creator or just a viewer, we all have accounts. And on this particular account, they had, you know, an address posted on it. So, and you know what, if the address isn't current and it doesn't get delivered, well, it'll just get sent back to me. So no big deal. But yeah, and they don't even know. Like, I don't email them and say, hey, you're getting Happy Mail. I don't even tell them. And I take a chance with that, you know, but it's all worth it in the end, you know. And again, like, if it doesn't get to them for whatever reason, it gets sent back to me. It's no big deal. So yeah, I'm really big on the whole support thing, you know. You know, we all have our own ways of supporting other people. So in my life here, you know, I support people in different ways, you know, be it a shout out or a letter or a phone call or a text message. You know, there's always different forms of supporting friends and things. And again, I'm not talking strictly, you know, content creators. I'm talking about subscribers, viewers. I don't know if you guys know this. Well, a lot of you guys do, but the official Yarn Addicts, I see them every week on, you know, multiple times. Like, we come on the Zoom and I see them, they see me, and you develop relationships with the people that, you know, are subscribed to you, and they are also members of your channel, you know. So it's a really good way to just be in tune with your audience. You know, just building friendships and all the things. So I'm really, really proud of, you know, the things that I'm doing on my channel, just being able to, you know, not just talk the talk, but walk the walk, you know. And, you know, I don't know what this is going to look like 5 years from now. I have no idea. You know, just, I look at it like this, one day at a time. We always put our best foot forward and hope for the best and just see where the day takes us, you know. So I'm really excited about that. You know, come to think of it, you know, I said to myself recently, I said, you know, Juan, do you have like these unrealistic expectations? Like, can you really hit 50K by your birthday? Like, is that even possible? And you know what? I'm now at a point where if I hit it, great. You know, I'm aiming for that goal. It's a personal goal of mine. I'm going to work really hard for that. But is it what it's all about? And the answer is no. You know, it's not about hitting a number. For me, it's literally trying to reach out to as many people as I can to just let them know, like, hey, there's this guy who crochets on YouTube and he really loves yarn and he's positive, and, you know, maybe he can brighten your day when you need it. You know, that's kind of the point of why I'm pushing, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just needs a crochet buddy. You know, someone to listen to, talk about all the things and giggle and laugh and all, you know. So I want to be that person for people. And, you know, although I can't see you, you can see me, and I think that's fine. That's good enough. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. I just say the things and it makes sense to my mind when I say it, you know? Hold on, let me take a sip of this coffee. I made this wonderful cup of coffee and it's just sitting there looking at me. Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut blend. I used up all my Black Rifle. I'm waiting for the next shipment to come in. It's so good. I bought a coffee pot for work. And so now, excuse me, so now I take I take a bag of Black Rifle coffee with me and also a bag of Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut. Yep, I take both of them and then when I run out, I bring a bag of each. Yeah, so I'm now getting my staff hooked onto Black Rifle and Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut. So it's a thing. It's a thing and everyone loves it and I love it for them, you know? So hopefully you guys are working on a WIP, you know, pulling out that project, just listening to me go on about all the things. Some things might not make sense to you, but you know, I might just be background noise. That's okay. I love that for you. Just let me be background noise. I'm okay with that. You know, I just hope that, you know, by listening, you know, I can put a calmness to your day, maybe a smile, you know, maybe you can get some work done. I don't know. I just want your experience here with me to be a positive one. So however I can make that happen, I'm going to try my best. Okay. So this cake was a cake that I wound, and I think I put too many rounds during the breaks, if that makes any sense. So my first quarter panel, you noticed how like the colors changed a lot? Well, on this particular cake, I didn't change the colors enough, I feel. You see how blocked it is? I mean, I'm not complaining because the colors are just how they are, but I think I should have changed colors more often. Yeah, just my opinion. I'm still grateful for what it is. You know, it's a scrap can, corner to corner project situation. I love that for me. So, yeah, let me flip this. Okay, so today at work, right, I started this and I don't know what was happening. I think, what was I doing? I was doing something at the job and I put this down to go take care of something and then I come back to it and I forgot where I left off and I forgot to go all the way down. I forgot to come all the way down to the edge. So like I stopped like probably 3/4 of the way down and then I noticed there was this new edge forming. I'm like, Juan, what are you doing? You have to pay attention here. And it's supposed to be one of those mindless projects. Friends, this is why I love corner to corner, because you don't have to think. Well, I thought you didn't have to think. Maybe you don't have to think, but you have to pay attention. You know, go all the way to the end of the row. You know, do your chains, you know, and just follow the recipe. I wasn't following anything. My mind was taking me 55 other places. And I'm like, okay, you have to fix this. So I frogged it all out. I had a patient walk up and say, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm fine. I just have to fix this. How can I help you? So yeah, that was very interesting. I think I did it when I was in the purple. I had purple spaghetti on the counter. Yeah. So I really enjoyed, you know, listen, I was one that did not crochet out of this house. Like, and it wasn't until recently that I said, you know what? You need to start trying this in other places. So then I brought it into the car and then I brought it to work. And I find myself really enjoying that, you know, just doing it in different areas that I'm not accustomed to doing it, you know, The lighting is so nice at work. The lighting is so good. I can literally see everything. Whereas like here, the lighting is okay, but it's not like the same as work. Yeah. And then outside, you know, in the car. That's nice. So yeah, that's why I have these bags. Like, this is all new to me. Wasn't until recent, you know, and now that I'm doing it, it's a thing. Like, I keep a project in the car, I keep a project at work. Sometimes they cross paths. I switch them out. So yeah. Now, some of the projects that I do at home, I'm not going to bring to work, like the pink poncho. And it's not because it's pink, it's because it's fuzzy, and I don't want anything from work to get on the fuzz. I want to keep it nice and clean, you know. Yeah, I'm just afraid of any particulates or dust to get on some of these fibers. So those kinds of things I keep at home. But my 4-weight acrylics, my DK weight acrylics, yeah, those can travel. We're good there, you know, at least for the time being. And another thing too is I really enjoy the people who walk past and they see what I'm doing and they stop and they ask questions. And the first question I get is, how long have you been doing that? And, you know, when I tell them my story, now I don't go into the full spiel of the situation, but, you know, I give them a Reader's Digest version and they're like, wow, that's so cool. You know, and I'm like, well, I have this YouTube channel and I'm called Juan the Yarn Addict because I'm crazy about yarn, right? And, you know, we have a good cackle for like a 30-second situation. And then I'm like, but I'm serious. And they're like, no, there's no way. You have a lot of yarn? I'm like, give me a second. Let me go ahead and pull out my pictures. Let me go to my phone. Let me show you all the things. And they're like, you say that a lot. And I'm like, yep, I do. It's a thing. It's all the things. And when you see what I'm saying, you'll know why I say that. So then I would show them the pictures and they were like, wow, okay, now I get it. You literally have all this yarn. Like, this is a lot of yarn. And I'm like, I know. And this isn't even the half of it, you know? So, and guess what? I'm not on a no-buy. I don't believe in those. You know, I love it for other people and I understand why they do it, but I am a yarn addict. It is in my namesake. It is part of my behavioral patterns. Like, I cannot be a yarn addict on a no-buy. Nope, I just can't do it. That's like telling a vegetarian they can't have vegetables. That's what that's like. Can you imagine going around telling people you're a vegetarian and then being told you can't have vegetables? You're on a veggie strike? Yeah, okay. That's not happening here. Okay. So I'm gonna buy all the things. Now, what I will do to like de-stash and things, because listen, I get it. I do have a lot of yarn. I'm gonna do mystery boxes, and I've spoken about that several times, that I wanted to do mystery boxes. But here's the thing, friends. You know, if you're new here to this channel, you probably don't know this, but when I first started my channel, I was working 3 jobs and doing this, you know, as a hobby for fun, you know. And then once my channel started taking off and I got views, I became monetized. And then once I became monetized, one by one, I let those other jobs go. So now I have my one career that I've been at. It'll be 19 years in October the 6th. And I have YouTube. So, you know, with that being said, like, I've been talking about doing like mystery boxes, and I just want to make sure that there's a return on my investment. Like, I don't want to spend money on yarn and not get some of it back so that I can buy more yarn, you know. I do give away yarn too, so it's not just about that. It's just that, like, when I do mystery boxes, I want to make sure that the yarns that I give away are good, you know, or a good mix, should I say. You know, some really good yarns, some value yarns that you hear me talk about all the time. So case in point, right? So I would, if I had a mystery box, right, and I sold it for, let's say, 50 bucks, right? Let's say 50 bucks mystery box. It's not a mystery to you because I'm about to tell you what I would put in it. So what I would probably put in it for 50 bucks would be 2 Lion Brand mandala cakes. Okay, now regular price, they're $9.49. I buy them deals and steals, right? $5. So I'm thinking the sale price, not the original price. So you're getting 50 bucks sale price, not original. So 2 of those, there's 10 bucks. All right. And then probably 3 skeins of Red Heart Super Saver, another 10 bucks, right? Because I can buy deals and steals. I can get like three skeins of Red Heart Super Saver for 10 bucks. So there's that. So what are we at now? 20 bucks. And then I would do 3 skeins of loops and threads, another 10 bucks. So now we're at 30 bucks. And then I would probably include a Karen 1-pounder. And to offset that, probably Big Twist, right? So that'll bring us to 40 bucks. And then to cap it off at the 50 bucks, I probably would throw in some ice yarns. I would do like a pack of Twister DK and then like a cake of some sort, you know, so that would be like a $50 mystery box. But the thing about it is that, you know, I want to make sure that people get a deal and a steal as well, even though like they're getting a deal, I guess. So that was my hang up for the longest time. And I also wanted to do mystery boxes where I included a make, you know, but I thought to myself, I want to give away my makes and not just have them be included in some sort of like mystery box. I mean, it would be nice, but like, for instance, the Cancer Center here in Delaware, like I want to give my hats to them instead of putting them in mystery boxes. So I'm just trying to find the balance where I feel like my makes are going to good causes and not just for sale, if that makes any sense. Now, don't get me wrong, I will be selling makes. That will be a thing. Because if I'm going to be sustainable in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to have to, you know, figure out a way to earn money for doing this. On top of doing giveaways and giving away to charity and things. It's just about balance, you know? So, anyway, we're getting to the point where I've figured out, you know, the equation on how to give a really good mystery box to those who want one. So, I'll talk more about that when we get closer to when I have everything ready. But yeah, I do get asked quite a bit, Juan, you gonna do mystery boxes? Yes, the answer is yes. Especially when I buy a lot of ice yarn. I mean, seriously, I get excited. So like on Friday and Saturday nights, sometimes I'll go on a Facebook Live and then we'll go shopping. Like I'll turn the camera around and I'll just be on the websites and I'll pick this and pick that, put it in the cart, and then once I get off the live, I come back in here and I actually buy it. I buy everything, you know, and then when I get it in here, I'm like, oh geez, what am I going to do with all this yarn? Mystery boxes. That's what I'm going to do with it. So, and giveaways. Let's not forget about that. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, yeah, super excited about what's all to come, you know. My long-term goal, friends, is to just be sustainable. It's not even about numbers. I want to be able to be that channel, one of those channels, not the only one, because I really, really, really respect a lot of channels out there. I just want to be one of those channels people can say, you know, I love his content. He's a genuine, awesome person. And yeah, right along with bam, 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 you know, those other names. So that's what I want. I don't want to be that person that, oh yeah, he was good when he first came out, but you know, I don't know what happened, you know? So it's just about making sure I stay genuine in all the things. And I do take the feedback that everybody gives me, and I apply it in a positive way, you know. I just have to assume that people tell me things to just, you know, want me to be, you know, the best I can be. So I do thank everybody who has done that so far in my journey. So there's that. But I will tell you, my mom, she gives me some really great advice. And a lot of the advice that she gives me, I don't even ask for. She's like, come here, Juan, come here, with her finger. And I walk over and she's like, sit. She'll go like this, you, right here. So I sit down and she'll be like, I want to tell you some things about your channel. I'm like, okay. And so she tells me everything that's on her mind about the channel, right? And listen, I disagree with a lot of things that she says because I feel like, you know, mom is not with the times, and understandably so. You know, she's 80 years old. I'm not saying she's like not tech savvy, because she is, but like in terms of content creation and web design and things like that, she's just not there. So when she says certain things like, why don't you have a website up yet? You should already have one, and it should look like this, and it should do this and that, you know. So for instance, I recently started Ravelry. Like, I've had Ravelry, but my very first pattern went onto that website, and she said, Juan, you should have created your own website and put all your patterns on your website. Now you're going to pay someone for your work. And I said, well, they're actually helping me out. It's a platform. And she was like, that doesn't matter, Juan. You post every day on YouTube. People talk, word of mouth. I'm like, yes, Mom, I understand that. But times are changing. You have to diversify. Yes, we can do Ravelry. Yes, I can do a website. I can do all the things. You know, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, you know, and so we don't see eye to eye on some things, but I understand what she means, and I respect what she says and why she says it. But, you know, she also has to understand that, like, I'm the one sitting in front of the camera. So, you know, I have to make those decisions. And I just listen, and I'm like, yes, Mother. I love you, Mom. Yep, sure do. Hugs. And then I just go on about what I planned for myself anyway. So, yeah. Yep. So this orange yarn that I'm working right now is Mainstays yarn from Walmart. And I will tell you something about Mainstays yarn. It's really good yarn. Now, it's on the thinner side of a 4, but it's a really good 4. You know, it's good quality. And I've probably said this a million times on my channel so far, but its downside is the fact that there are limited colors available. I feel very strongly that if there were more colors available, it could do some damage in the yarny community here. You know, I would highly think that, like, many more people would be like, okay, I'm going to go get some Mainstays. I'm going to get Mainstays. Yeah, they have this colorway. I need to buy, you know, such and such skeins to finish this project because, you know, it's such an awesome color. You know, now the colors they do have, don't get me wrong, they're good. You know, I've made some beautiful things with the Mainstays yarn, but we're limited because there's not really that many colors. So, I don't know. They do have some variegated yarn, but literally, what? Like 3 different kinds of variegated. You have the black, white, and gray, and then you have a series of blues, and then you have a series of like pinks and reds. I think that's all they have. I know that's what they have, but I think that's all they have in terms of like variegated yarns. They're nice, but that's it. You know, it's like wah, wah, wah. 4, 5, and 6. I don't know. I'm just glad that my local Walmart stays stocked on Mainstays because in the coming months, I'm going to really put a dent in making Boggy Creek blankets and things like that. I'm going to create blankets. I'm going to do tutorials for those who, you know, want to join the Boggy Creek Brigade. I can't talk. So yeah, it was this whole thing. I mean, it hasn't been around that long, a few years now, but yeah, I'm going to jump on board and help them out in any way that I can for the kiddos down there. So yeah, stay tuned for those details. My mom has been making Boggy Creek blankets now since November or October, November. And she's almost at 20 blankets. So go her. Now they're all granny square blankets, but what I've done is I have taken out a lot of those muted colors that she likes working with, and I've given her a lot of yellows and oranges and reds, teals, bright colors, you know, because these blankets are going to children, you know, and so they like those bright, vibrant colors and things. So she said, Juan, why are you giving me all these bright colors? She's like, are you trying to tell me something? I said, no, Ma, they're for the kids. The kids like those bright colors, you know? So let's try and make these bright colored blankets for them, you know? She's like, you know what, Juan, you're right. You're right. I'm like, thanks, Ma. You don't really say that often. So when you do, I treasure it. Oh, yeah. So Mom's excited for coming onto the channel on Sunday. I ran some ideas past her, so I want her to see what it's like to see the audience, you know. I'm going to try and get Mom to join a Zoom call so that she can see those who are watching us, because she doesn't understand just what's happening on the other side, you know. I don't think she gets it. I think that she thinks that we're in some sort of chat room and like no one's actually watching us. I don't know. But if she sees like a Zoom call in progress where she sees all of these strangers, you know, that might actually open up her eyes and get her to be like, you know what, Juan? Now I get why, you know, you say the things you say and do the things you do. Because there's people really watching. So, yeah. There's that. Oh, by the way, you see this? Hold on. See how wide these blocks are? Like, it's not what I really wanted. I mean, it is what it is. I wanted it like this. We can't always have what we want now, can we? You see how many different colorways are in this one quarter panel? Like, that's what I'm hoping for with this second quarter panel, you know? Fingers are crossed. I'm hoping that the color breaks happen more often, you know? We'll see. We shall see. I'm not sure if I said this, friends, but I really hope you guys enjoy this, you know, because I really love working on my projects and talking, and now I have someone that I can actually talk to, you know, because being in a house with a deaf mother, I mean, I don't really get to use my voice that much, you know, so when I do, I play catch up. Yes, I do talk at work, you know, but it's work stuff, you know. I don't want to talk medicine 24 hours a day or pharmacy or anything like that. I want to talk normal things, yarn. I want to talk about all the things. And so you guys have given me a purpose to just sit here and talk and just babble on and talk about all the things, whatever comes to my mind. Yeah, so thank you guys for letting me do this. I hope you like it. If you do like it though, and you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. You know, without sounding recorded, I'm just going to tell you all the things. So I do a lot of things on this channel. So I do Whip It with Juan. I do yarn baggings. I only did like 1 or 2 of those videos, but the ones that I did were a lot of fun. I do podcast episodes. Sometimes when I do those podcast episodes, I feel like I'm like a news anchor. I try to pretend like I'm a news anchor, and I know that's like not a thing, but yeah, that's why like when I talk, if you watched one of my podcast episodes, I sound like my voice is like, robotic kind of. Yeah, I was channeling my inner news anchor. Shh, don't tell no one, you know. Because when I first started doing them, I'm like, how am I supposed to sound? Like, you know, a podcaster, like how should they sound? And so I just channeled my inner news anchor. And so that's what you guys see. Yep. And I really like doing that. That's, it's just my inner mind working and playing around and doing all the things. So, yeah. What else do? I do product reviews. I'm an affiliate for Premier Yarns, so every now and again they'll send me like a promo box of some yarns and things, and I'm able to jump on the channel and talk about that. I do yarn buys, and then I share all of that with you guys. What else do? I do pop-up lives. I've been doing those lately just because I want to say hi to everybody. The house is quiet. I don't get a chance to talk to anyone. So if I do a pop-up live, I can immediately talk to people. So that's fun. I do tutorials. I'm not known for my tutorials, but I do them, and I really enjoy doing them. I love teaching. So, and the other thing too, if you're not noticing, I'm a left-handed crocheter. I can crochet with my right hand. So, my dominant side is my left side. I can crochet with my right side, but I don't really care for it because of how I hold the hook. I'm not a knife hold with my right hand. So I'm more of a pencil hold with my right hand, and I don't really care for that, but I can do it. So anyway, yeah, I do a whole bunch of things. And I'm still trying to reinvent the wheel and, trying to figure out, like, what are some new ways to bring content to those who watch me. I do spin the wheel for a beanie series. I did that. I did spin the wheel for this, spin the wheel for that. I have that wheel that I got off of Amazon, and I use it for tons of things. Now, I haven't pulled the wheel out for, it's quite a while. So we're about due for one of those. But when it's cold outside, it's very easy to spin the wheel for a beanie. I can just come home, record myself, spin the wheel, get the stitches, and then record myself make, something with the stitches the wheel gave us. That's very easy. But now that the weather is warmer, it's like, okay, now what can I make in a session with the wheel? I was thinking like different kinds of bags. I was thinking, throws. Well, throws, it takes longer than one session to make. But yeah, just random things. Maybe mug rugs. I don't know. There's all sorts of things. So, I don't know, friends. But I'm trying to find different ways to just bring fun things to those who watch me. But yeah. One thing I can tell you guys is my life has changed so dramatically in a good way since I started my channel. I met people that I didn't even know existed, So many of you guys have reached out to me through email and, told me your stories and things. I would have never, been, exposed to any of that had I not gotten on the YouTube channel. So, I'm glad that I did. And I'm even more happy that I've established friendships with many of you guys out there. So that's the best part of this. Just being social, making friends, getting to know people. So, yeah. And hopefully, I continue on this trajectory and just continue to inspire people, make people happy, and just whatever my future holds, I hope it's it's all positive, because I love being positive. Now I understand we all we can't float on clouds every single day, and that's definitely not my case. But this whole experience right now, crocheting, talking to you, being in my happy place, this is definitely a good space. You know, it brings me joy, and I hope that the space that you're sitting in brings you joy, and I hope that, you know, sitting here watching me helps you with that. So yeah. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just finish this row here and call it a video, my friends. Yeah. This was a lot of orange. This was a lot of orange. It doesn't look like it, I don't think. But that's a lot of orange. Love that for us. All the orange. Okay. So let me just do my 3, right? Yep. And then I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I only do 6 on the edges because when it's all done, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, so I'm going to say it again. Forgive me if I did. So once I'm done my project and I attach all the quarter panels, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a modern granny around the entire project, right? And I'm chaining 6 along the edges here to give me that space to insert a single crochet without it feeling or looking forced. So the rest of this project here, it's chain 2. And then the granny stitch. So it's nice and tight here, but then on the edges, I have that 1 extra chain for space. So there's that. Let me just attach this very quickly. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now I flip. And then let me just attach it like I said. That way I have a great starting point. Well, let me just do that. Okay. So this is what I have so far. Nice. Okay. So as I said earlier, I really hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you had a good time with me. I hope I was a good crochet buddy for you today for this session. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to me if you haven't already subscribed, and then of course hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. My friends, it's been an honor and a privilege. I had a good time, and so that's it for this one. And until the next one, guys, take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.